Stealing stories. Did you steal my story?
We're kikiing too hard.
What's kikiing?
Like, you know, like you're with your friends and you're like talking and gossiping and like just hanging out and having a good time.
That's kikiing?
That's a kiki.
Oh.
I don't know if the kids say that anymore.
Oh, you don't run in the queer circles, obviously.
Oh, Kiki. Here's my head. I'm like, Kiki, do you love me?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it's from?
No.
Okay. For a second, I thought maybe you gave it to me. Anyway, you guys have fun. I'll check in.
You know, it's the black women to queer people to corporation pipeline
Oh,
of the word kiki.
It is, yeah. It probably is there now, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the
bad.
corporation part.
That's the death of the...
Yeah, that's
As soon as
that's
I
where I come
see-
in. The TD pride, that's what I'm
The
about.
white man comes in and says,
How do we
I'm
make
here
some
now.
money off this fucking
How do we
Yeah.
capitalize
Yeah.
on this?
As soon as I see a word like in an ad, I'm like,
Ugh,
that is
gone.
deader than dead. It's like Tim Hortons is brat. Oh, well, okay. Won't be doing that anymore.
I won't say that ever again.
Exactly.
Have you seen that there is like a little animation like that where it's like, you know, having a theme and then all of a sudden these corporations just like strong arm everybody and they have the theme and they have the trend. And then it's not, it's just not.
And
fun
then it's
anymore.
not good.
And then it's not good.
That's not true. It's been good. When Kendall Jenner did that Pepsi thing, that worked really well.
That was perfect.
That solved
No,
everything.
you're so right. There was
Yeah.
that.
That solved everything.
There was that. Who else?
That was a crazy commercial to do.
Who else problematic's been in a commercial?
O.J. Simpson was in a lot of commercials.
Before or after?
After what? He's innocent.
Oh my god.
I just mean after the worst day of his life.
After. I love if he booked after. Before they were like, I don't know.
Yeah. And then he has all this extra clout.
The worst day of his life.
Yeah.
No one else's. Yeah, because wasn't he the spokesman for like Hertz rental car, I think.
He was.
Wow.
He was running through the airport always dodging people because he was a running back
Right.
before he was a famed killer.
And he used to
Allegedly.
Ooh.
and he used to rent cars, allegedly.
Yeah, you're like, apparently, I guess. I mean, he's rich. He flies around.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of problematic people who've done stuff.
Literally everyone.
I feel like Adam Levine's apparently having a comeback on The Voice.
I'm sorry, but because he cheats on people?
I mean, I feel like he's just gonna give everyone the ick again.
Yeah, but that's not, we throw in, not you.
But
Society as a collective. Throws in adultery with like child molesting. Like
it's not quite on the
we
same
treat it all the
level.
same. We're like,
Yeah.
he's canceled. I'm like, okay, because he cheated on his girlfriend. Like, I really don't care.
Yeah, that sucks, but maybe that's between them.
It's between them.
You know what? I do have a personal hatred for him because of his California stomach tattoo. You know what?
Is it just the word California?
It's just the word
Like
California.
Tupac, like Thug Life, but it's California.
But it's not as cool. It just says California, and I'm like, I hate you for that.
You know what, though?
There's no coming back
it's
unless
a-
you laser it off.
Style of tattoo that we don't do anymore.
Yeah, and for a good reason, thank God.
Okay.
You know what? I like the little patchwork stick and poke
Yeah.
vibe that's going on. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do have a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they are, I can't even remember anymore. Is one on this side?
Oh, yeah, I can see
There's
one.
one little guy. There's a little slate.
That says the TD Brat sponsorship.
Yeah, it says sponsored by Brat. I have my first one I got when I was 18 at New Tribe. Do you guys remember this?
You
Was that
went
on
to
Queen
New
West?
Tribe?
Yeah, it's still there.
Wow, yeah.
Still there.
Mhm.
18th birthday. I'm like,
Hey.
I'm getting a tattoo. It's like a little moon and some stars, and it's and now a blob.
Oh, it changed?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah.
this is not a New Tribe problem, I don't think. But like, maybe
If they're
it's
listening,
my body. Yeah.
how long is that
Guys.
warranty?
Yeah, is the warranty 17 years? But
Lifetime guarantee?
yeah, maybe that person doesn't.
There's no
work
way any
there,
tattoo is
no.
lifetime guaranteed. They know skin is only going to get worse.
But you know what's crazy is like when you do TV, like you have to like get the artist to sign away their art or whatever. Like you have to get a
Really?
waiver.
Oh.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go track down Doug from 2008 at New Tribe.
And he's like, and you do track him down? And he's like, I'm not giving you permission. You cannot use
he's
that
like,
on camera.
no, I came up with that.
So you don't own the work? They still own the work on you?
That's their art.
What?
Wow.
I think
You were saying in the
This
car you
is-
hate art?
I hate art. The legend goes that I think it was like Mike Tyson's face tattoos or something. the artist was like, hey, I didn't get paid for The Hangover.
Oh.
And now I really don't know if that's true, but someone told me that and I was like, I don't care about the real story, so I'm just going to assume that that's right.
Wow.
Like-
I wonder if it's like, what if you design your own tattoo and they just do the art on you?
Well, now when I get tattoos done,
yeah.
I just tell the artist, I'm like, if this shows up on TV, will you care? And they're like, no.
Yeah, they care
That's just
until
verbal,
you're
but
on The Hangover, and then they're like, actually, maybe
That's
I
actually
want money.
my art.
It's like the
That's
Nirvana
right
baby,
now.
like the kid who was naked on the cover of.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's
yeah, we
you're
know.
a baby, though. It's
Yeah,
like,
but it seems like a cash grab. Like it's just like pure. Like even the Hangover thing, he just was like, oh, I want to get paid again.
yeah.
I want to get paid again.
Again.
Damn.
Maybe he gave Mike Tyson like the deal of a century and now he's pissed.
I also doubt he gave this like guy who's made $100 million a deal of a century too. But maybe
As a boxer who's bitten people's ears and other body parts.
Problematic
off.
guy as well,
commercial
kinda,
is
maybe?
he in?
exactly. Yeah.
He's got his own cartoon show.
He does, right?
Yeah.
So
I've never
interesting.
watched it, but
Video game
He's got it.
franchise. He's
Does he?
back. He's fully back and also served years in prison for rape.
This is what I'm saying, though. And in the same breath, people will be like, John Mulaney. I'm like, no.
Whoa.
It's a completely different thing.
these are two separate things.
Yes.
Also, I found out that Mike Tyson really likes pigeons, and that's not something I thought I'd ever have in common with Mike Tyson, the rapist.
You like pigeons.
I love
Mike Tyson
pigeons.
likes pigeons. Bert from Bert and Ernie loves pigeons.
You didn't hear he got canceled. He cheated on Ernie.
They're not officially together.
Well, apparently it's a very open relationship.
Oh, because there's some pigeons in there.
Pigeons, they're really into bestiality.
Oh, you love pigeons.
I do love pigeons. I think they're so sweet. And
You love doves who are
misunderstood.
used for
Yeah.
messages.
Yeah, I love everything that
and
was a
then
former
tossed
phone.
away by when
Society.
humans lost their need for them.
Listen up,
Humans
iPhones.
are careless creatures. We tame, and then when we have no use for something, we toss it away.
That's true.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not.
That's what happened to Lizzo.
Oh no! Not
We used her up.
We
And we
tamed
tossed
her
her
and
away.
then we threw her away. I was
Aw.
thinking that the other day. Like, I don't particularly care, but I was like, I was listening to Truth Hurts. Like, it came up on a playlist, and I was just like, what happened to Lizzo?
I think I
don't
saw
know.
Lizzo recently lost a lot of weight on Ozempic.
And then people were mad.
They were like, this isn't what we signed up for.
Hey,
like,
you
whatever.
stay fat and happy. That's what we want from you.
Like Jonah Hill. People hate when our chubbier celebrities lose weight. Kevin
That's so
James,
sad.
They feel betrayed.
Yeah.
they feel
It's-
betrayed. They're like, fuck, I want to
Rebel
do that. You
Wilson?
can't do that.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson from Bridesmaids.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Also, I feel like something happened there.
Adele.
This is such a crazy
But I feel like
beginning to
people
the
are
show where it's
happy.
just we're just talking about celebrities who've lost weight.
I feel
And
like
everyone's like, who is that?
Yeah.
but I feel like people are now on Adele's side because she went through that divorce or break. Was it a divorce or is it a breakup? I don't know, but I feel like people are like, yeah, her revenge body. So it's like okay that she lost weight.
Mhm. And her
Mm.
voice didn't change.
No,
I think if her voice changed, everyone would have been pissed.
Right. Like Justin Bieber.
His voice changed when he lost
did
weight.
he?
Yeah. Well, no,
He
when he
grew up?
like when he was the child prodigy.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
When he was the
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
of an
yeah.
angel, and then then his voice changed. It's still a really good voice,
It's great.
obviously.
Still a great
Just
singer.
not what we signed up for, JB.
Yeah.
Right.
Stay young forever.
And then they
Right.
weren't they didn't like him as much.
Jennifer Grey nose job situation.
Who's Jennifer
Who
Grey?
is Jennifer Grey?
Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
Oh.
She got a nose job, never worked again.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Aw,
Sex.
That's very
Wow.
sad.
We're very fickle as a group.
Yeah. Fickle society.
Yeah. No,
Really like-
no, thank you. Different
No.
nose. Bye
I
bye.
didn't like it.
I wonder what people don't like about us.
About
Everything.
us. If I were to change something.
Yeah, what would you change? Let's just go around the room.
Huh.
I'm kidding. I don't have the skin for it. The thick skin. I'm too scared
get
of
some
you two
new
after
body
you.
dysmorphia on the show.
Yeah.
Um,
You have some tattoos you got when you were young too.
I do, and now I'm afraid to show them that somebody's going to be on YouTube and be like, "That is my art.
I want money.
Yeah, give me money." I'm going to say, "We don't make any money on the show. There's no money." I'm afraid it was like this girl who did like a stick and poke on my fingers to practice like
Oh, cute.
her own.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's just like go crazy, and now I got
Have they stayed?
I got this. Yeah, I got like hilarious, like these ones. I got this 6 with my cousin because Drake, was coming out with like
Yeah.
Hotline Bling at the time, and we thought it was so
The
funny. We're
anthem,
like,
our mayor at the time.
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
mayor,
Yeah.
And hers completely gone, faded immediately, and mine is just
like,
here.
And it's the
I'm
one you
like,
wish
People's
would
love
fade.
for that
Exactly. I'm like,
era. You
Great.
know?
I'm like, I'm with this joke that's just not funny anymore. And
No, I like
wish
it.
could
We
go.
still say, well, I don't know. It depends on who I'm talking to. If I say the 6 or not.
Your father?
No, I think my dad's in a T-dot era.
Oh, he's
T-dot.
getting his Cardinal Official.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he would say, maybe he would say the 6. Who knows?
My dad's in a T dot. How's the dot? Like when someone says like, hey,
You
new
like
digs for your place? Ever heard that?
New digs, yeah.
It's an era that like you're,
I love the phrase digs.
for a home? Because I would have
Yeah.
associated it with clothes if I was guessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. What about pad?
That one I know that's
That feels more like clothes.
yeah, does it? But I just know it's associated like OJ for me. It's not associated with Hertz at this point. A pad is associated.
These have all been commercialized. These have all been
These
taken
words
My new
were-
pa- my new pad.
Yeah, my new pad. Come over to the pad. And then if I hear the word pad, I imagine there's a beanbag chair involved as well. Maybe a lava lamp.
You know what I hate? When people spend 1 millisecond in England and they're like, I just got a new flat. And they're like on Ossington. And I'm like, sorry, you got a new what?
Uh-huh.
A flat? Shut up.
You could not be speaking my language more. Exactly. My friend moved to England. He actually, you know him. You know him.
He says flat.
Immediately, the second day, and my cousin is engaged to an Irishman who's
Okay.
been in Canada for like 10 years. And I
Okay.
asked him, I was like, hey, Ewan, can I ask you a question? Like, and I was setting up, I'm like, my friend just moved there and he's calling his dog leash a lead suddenly. And I'm like, how long, like, do you call it an apartment? How long did it take? And I'm like, do you call it a pub? And he's like, if my friends ever heard me call a pub a bar, they would fucking kill me.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, 10 years in, this guy's still saying pub, flat, his stuff.
Pub, I'm like, sure.
I mean, maybe colloquially or something.
Pub is
if you're-
ambidextrous.
If
Yeah.
you're there and you're like, oh, it'd be better if I said pub because they'd be like,
But
bar,
even-
what do you mean?
If here you're like, let's go to a pub, I'm like, yeah, but we better be going to a pub.
Pub.
Right.
Like,
A pub.
yeah,
One
if
of
you
the
say
4.
pub and we're going to Ossington, I'll kill you. I mean, like, come on. But the lead, oh, well.
No, I hate the lead thing because he's like, but I'm also like, you have an accent. You're North American. Embrace that. Be the cool person with the fun accent.
Yeah.
Like, you
People
don't
are
have
like,
to- Hey, just be
apartment,
you,
where are
man.
you from?
yeah, they couldn't clock it until then.
Yeah.
Oh, you from the colonies?
You said apartment.
Oh, I never.
Fuck.
Apartment with a hard R.
What's
Yeah.
it? Apartment with a hard R. Yeah.
Apartment.
Apartment.
Yeah.
Toronto. I am from
Ooh.
Toronto.
Oh, one of my biggest pet peeves is when Canadians move to the States
Mm.
and then they start saying, and I should say Torontonians because I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
care if you're from Vancouver and you do this, but like they start saying Toronto.
Oh.
You know how it's pronounced.
Like it sneaks
motherfucker.
back in.
Yeah.
Mm.
The worst is when you or they totally sell out and they're just like, "Oh, happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everyone," and you're like, "No,
Huh?
that's Thanksgiving."
Whoa.
I know, or they start referring to either Vancouver, Montreal, or Toronto, sorry to every other place, as Canada.
Right.
We've lost them.
Right.
We've lost the
Oh,
plot,
I was
kids.
back home. I was back home in Canada, and then they explained something that's so niche Toronto.
You're like, that's Toronto though.
Right,
Yeah.
but they would never do that. Like, you're
Yeah.
going to get specific about, like, Aspen,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's just such a specific thing, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
like, we've lost you. We've lost you
R.I.P.
to the Americans.
We lost another good soldier.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize because I am from BC, I would call it Toronto for a long time.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
This isn't my land.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not from here.
But now I say Toronto, like you guys.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto. Yeah, when I hear the toe, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Do not
Toronto,
say
or even that
oh.
movie, the man. Like this, obviously got
The
a lot.
man
of-
from Toronto.
The man from Toronto. Hello, I'm from Toronto.
Ah!
I'm Jason Statham from
Ooh.
Toronto.
Yeah,
And I'm going to the pub.
in my flat.
Yeah, who let him say that?
Whoever wrote that film.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're obsessed
You know,
with
we
not
really-
hiring Canadians.
yeah, exactly. 2 leads, finally a film.
The most Canadian thing you can do is not hiring Canadians.
Yeah.
True.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fitting for this week, too. Last week. This has started off so negative.
Let's get more positive,
Okay.
eh? And with that, We're starting our show. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Steele My Story, the show where we bring on a guest to tell one true story and one stolen story. Woo! Woo. I'm your host, Alexa Steele.
You looked at me to see if the woo was like...
No. It was a good woo. I like the woo. Woo. And,
Scary.
Yeah, that one was spooky.
Was that too spooky?
No, not too
Out-
spooky.
out of season?
Someone driving's like, holy shit.
Gosh, where was I? Oh, right. I'm your host, Alexa Steele. Get it? It's my name. Haha. My wonderful co-host, Ian Fisher, and our lovely guest today, Nadine Bhabha.
Hello.
You can catch her on Letterkenny. This hour is 22 minutes. And one more time, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So
Oh my
happy to be here in the bunker.
In the bunker, yeah. See,
It's
you
literally
now...
a bunker. That's so funny.
Did it look
I'm gonna
different
call
now
it
that you've
that
seen the
forever.
studio getting down here? Did it look different than you imagined?
The studio itself or the
The surrounding areas and hallways.
Yeah. You said I'm going to a studio. It's like, oh, it's a studio.
Yeah, it's a lie to
Because
get
we're
you
in
to...
studio land.
Yeah.
You know, it's Etobicoke.
That's designed because then when people are like, "Oh, it's way out, it's far, and it's in Kipling,"
Mhm. I'm like, oh, we're going to Law and Order down the street.
I trick you.
That's so funny.
Then you sign up, you say I'm in, and then you're like, "Well," and I'm like, "And it's in the basement of a taco shop."
We got you. We roped you in.
That's cooler. It's like it's more rock.
It's
and
like a
roll.
speakeasy
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
right?
I like it.
And someone was murdered in the other room
Just now.
just now. Could you hear the gunshot?
It's soundproof.
Some people can feel like when it's gonna rain. I can feel when someone's being murdered. Oh,
It's about to happen, and
wow,
it did.
That one was violent.
It's like Mean Girls where she's like, and it's already raining, but you're like, somebody's getting murdered and you can just hear the blood curdling screams. You're like, I know for sure. My stomach can feel it.
Oh my God.
Through the elevator shaft. Yeah, because this place, maybe listeners don't know this. I don't know if we've ever said this
I
before.
think we have in a lot of the Halloween episodes.
We
but
definitely
yeah.
mentioned the murder, but it used to be a strip club.
This building.
This building.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, this doesn't feel like a factory. It
yeah.
feels like it was conducive to people being in here
Mhm.
for fun.
Naked
Yeah.
dancing for money.
Yeah.
We'll show you the change room over there. There's
I would
still like
love-
the vanity lights and everything.
Oh,
did you see that?
I was like,
yeah.
That's so cool.
Interesting.
Have you guys seen The Last Showgirl?
No, not yet.
It made me want to be a showgirl. I'm like,
Oh, for
that's
sure.
not the point of the movie whatsoever. They're like, it's dying. There's 4 people in the audience. I'm like, sign me up.
That's
the
where
last,
I
it's
should
the last
be.
one, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this looks like a great, like, can it be the second last showgirl?
Honestly, I just love a vanity. I feel
Yeah.
like it is so like inviting, and it makes you want to just
Yeah.
like live your best glamorous life.
You can just get a
Yes.
vanity without becoming a
Don't.
showgirl. Okay.
No, it has to come with the showgirl lifestyle and performances.
Yes.
Right.
It's
Yes.
not a
Be a
vanity if it
dreamer.
doesn't have those things.
Is it a sequel to The Last Samurai?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
With the white guy.
That movie made me want to be a samurai.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah,
this
it's
fucking
also
guy can do it?
everybody.
It also has something to do with the last blockbuster, I feel.
It may have also been. You mean the last? I also thought you meant maybe it was also the last, like not only the documentary about the last blockbuster, but I'm like, oh yeah, that also was kind of when movies did begin to slide down.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh god, that was
Oh,
as good as
no.
it got.
Yeah.
And now we're just doing sequels and remakes, which is
Yeah.
just great.
Origin
A lot
story of everything.
We love originality and just making sure that this movie makes money.
Oh, we're going back into negative land.
I know. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm
Why are
sliding
we
down.
shitting on the industry? People tune
I need
this
to get
in.
zapped every time I go into a negative spot. Does anybody have like a
You'd be permazapped.
yeah, right?
Because
Every word that comes out of my mouth negative.
Same. Right now, anyway. It's also winter. Like, what are we supposed
It's
to be
winter.
Yeah.
People are being murdered in the
Let us
other
have
room.
a negative Kiki, okay?
Yes.
Oh no, that's what started all of this.
Uh-oh.
That's when I lost the room.
Yeah. A nega Kiki.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything.
You can use it to market the show.
Have you guys been craving a nega Kiki?
Nega Kiki. Have you guys been to Nega Kiki? Yeah. I got Hep C, but it was
That
fun.
sounds like a Japanese like villain or some or
Oh.
city.
You were going Hawaii.
I was kind of going
I
like
was
an
going
island vibe, yeah.
Pokemon, where they're like, yeah, like the polka dots pops up. This is Nega Kiki.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm into
I-
both.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a Kokomo vibe. Maybe the villain
Fire
lives
type
in
Pokemon
Kokomo.
or
Yeah.
something, or dark shadow type Pokemon only says negative things. I don't know, something going on.
That's funny. A Pokemon instead of I'm with you now. At first, I was like, I hate whatever this is, but now it's like Pikachu, but instead he's always just like carcinoma. It's like just sad things all the time.
Have you
Debbie
seen
Downer? for the
Debbie Downer for
cartoon.
the
Oh, that was
Yeah.
this
Pokemon.
SNL skit, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, I was just watching that this morning.
Did you know that the term Debbie Downer came from SNL?
Did
It came from that, and they only say it like in the intro. They never actually say it in any of the skit. Maybe they do now, or like at the time. But
What?
yeah, the term Debbie Downer came from Rachel Dratch inventing that.
We didn't say
character.
that before that?
No.
But
Whoa.
we did say more cowbell a lot before SNL, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So that was always in the zeitgeist?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That is crazy.
I love that.
I would have never known.
Yeah. I have
Wow.
another fun fact. Speaking of
Yes.
things you think are old and they're not.
They're
No,
okay.
we're fine. It's okay. So anyway, the Pikachu.
No, I'm gonna say it anyway. You know the paper plane, the cocktail?
Yeah.
That is the newest old cocktail. It was invented in 2007.
What?
And it's named after Paper Plane, the MIA song.
I was just gonna say the MIA song.
Wow.
What? Does she list the ingredients in that song? But
No. Equal
wait.
parts bourbon.
no, you're not gonna let me get away with being
Yeah.
tone deaf.
No, so like a bartender, I want to say in New York. Sorry if it's not that.
In Toronto.
It could have been because we have world renowned bartenders. Anyway, was doing like I want to say like a cocktail contest or whatever for the
Wow.
newest classic cocktail,
Yeah.
and came up with the paper plane and named
Wow.
it after the song.
Yeah, that song was a monster the time I
That
get it.
was.
That's cool.
I know, so cool.
I did
Wow.
learn some. I did not expect that fact at all.
Shit.
I mean, that's the show. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
we're out.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Steele My
Both the
Story.
stories are lies.
Yeah, so which one was the lie? So the paper plane thing was made up?
made up, both of them.
It's like Steve Martin invented the well, oh my god, how can I know? It's not
you can do it.
well, excuse me. Like
Right.
holding that excuse. Oh,
Mhm.
excuse me. He invented that. That was his Debbie Downer. It took me a long
Oh.
time to get there.
I
Wow,
don't
you-
even really know
What I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I worked so hard to figure that out. It took 14 minutes.
I'm glad you
What
did
is
it.
that from?
Like when you're like, oh, excuse me.
No, I know.
Why am I
I
doing
know
like,
the context when
why
I'm
am I
doing
doing
it.
like that?
But where is Steve Martin doing that?
In the 70s.
Just
No, he was a stand-up.
oh, like it's part of his set.
It was in his act. Yeah, it was part of his set.
okay.
Oh my god.
Ew.
So Debbie Downer did it on SNL. Steve Martin did it in his little comedy sketch called Stand Up. So it was like, think of it like a comedy sketch, but it's 45 minutes long,
And it's just him standing there.
doing jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong time to have a couple
Guys,
sips of
I
water.
knew.
Yeah.
Last night I was hitting the tequila, and I was like, it's not going to affect the show tomorrow. I'm going to be on.
Oh,
And I'm clearly a little behind. So,
You're gonna shout out where you got the tequila from?
yo, I just want to shout out to Casamigos, George Clooney, if you're listening. No, the bar.
I don't know.
I went to a few.
Right. You don't want to get sponsorship from this bar.
No, we're trying to make no money from this,
Right, of course.
as established earlier. Because then we'll lose it to the tattoo
We've had
artist.
a pretty run
You're
of bad
so
luck.
right.
We're not having a nega kiki. We're having a pause kiki.
Yeah.
Pazakiki.
always a Pazakiki.
I noticed you guys didn't ask if I have any tattoos.
Oh, you wanted us to?
Do you
No.
have any?
Perfect. Anyway.
All right.
Do you?
No, what do you ask? That's-
Uh,
no, I did, but I was in I had a motorcycle accident, so
Mm-hmm.
it's got skinned off.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's real.
That's a lie. And that's our first story.
Skinned off.
Like, yeah, I fell off and the skin
It's
got.
good.
You know
The
what?
skin- it's on the road.
I'm really
now.
glad because I have used that line once before, and
Uh-huh.
it worked as worse than it just did there.
You tried again.
Well, because then I said that. I've said that an array of times, like Steve Martin saying, "Excuse me." I've said that a bunch in my life. And people are like, "Do you have any tattoos?" And I said, "Oh, I did. I had Jesus fighting a dragon on my back, but I was in a motorcycle accident. I don't anymore." And sometimes it even got a laugh, believe it or not, which is hard for anyone believing that now.
But,
I'm
but
sure
by
somebody
who?
in the audience is laughing.
Dumb people, clearly. But then I said it once.
Well, I hope nobody in the audience is laughing.
Yeah, well,
now.
they're Ian fans, which is fucking 3 people.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the Ian
big
cells.
Ian heads.
The Ian heads.
Big
And
fishermen's.
Fishermen.
There
Ooh,
you
fishermen's friends. I mean, I prefer Ian cells, but we can't pick
Well, that's
it.
good.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
do you have?
I just said Ian cells because I know he calls them the Ian cells.
No, that's amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
They love it. I'll get murdered for it one day. But
do you have a fan group name?
Do I have a fan group name? I think it's just like fans of Alexis Steele,
Steelers.
probably. The Steelers.
the Pittsburgh
but
Steelers.
there you
Those
go.
they're very.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a conflict, you know, like I'm trying to trademark it and they're like not really having it. So,
Right.
you know, I mean if you're a Steelers fan, you're automatically a part of this group.
Okay,
This
great.
Do you have any
conglomeration.
believers?
Yeah.
No,
No
The
fun
Bhabhas?
puns?
no. Yeah,
The-
the black sheep.
Yeah. Ooh, that's kind
But-
of
It
cool.
sounds kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I think they stormed the
Kinda.
Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, but they're all pardoned.
Right, they're all
so-
pardoned. Forgive and
They're
forget.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Leave that part in.
This is all in.
None of it's leaving.
And I said it to someone, and she was like, I also was in a motorcycle accident and have third-degree
No.
burns all over my body. Yeah, do you remember it was a friend's
I do actually think I
girlfriend,
remember this.
and,
yeah.
And anyway, she didn't like me after that.
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Because I was like, oh, I'm just doing a bit.
My bit's your real life. Sorry about that.
And I promised I would never say that joke again. And then here I am on the show saying it and it getting crickets, ruining my whole
Woof.
fucking career.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
But the incels love it.
But they love it.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
And they love how I really forced the ending of that story to kill the energy.
Yeah, Ian will be on Discord later to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, $200 a month, guys. Thank you for joining. Eventually, we're going to get 1 subscriber.
Other than your own.
Yeah, I subscribe to it. I pay for it. I don't know where the money goes. I just know I'm losing it.
Yeah, it does not go back to
I don't
you.
get it. I think it goes to someone's
Weird.
fees.
Right. You have to pay to be on Discord?
I don't actually know how it works, honestly.
Think of it as like Facebook groups that you pay to be a part of.
You have to pay?
Yeah, you join a Discord. Yeah, you pay. Yeah, like let's say you want to be in a.
But I use Discord, but it can also just be a messaging app, right?
Like
So I used it-
Yeah, you send like messages and pictures, and there's like is it like a Reddit you pay for?
Are you not thinking of Telegram?
No, the 22 Minutes writers, we have a Discord.
Oh, that's public.
Oh.
Everything you're saying, everyone can. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not.
No.
No.
No, please don't.
Stop!
You quickly scrolling through the link, being like, "Can
Like, I'm
everyone
not-
see this?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on it now. Like, that was a little while ago, but I'm pretty sure that's what they still use.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a
Yeah.
WhatsApp group too. I mean, look, Discord's limitless in the
Okay,
features.
great.
Yeah.
And use promo code Steele My Story 10 to save 10% on Discord.
I love
Actually-
that. You should.
Would you sponsor us? Please.
Mr. Discord, are you listening?
Would you
Mr.
be into that?
Discord. Would you be maybe? All right. Let's get serious. Let's get
Okay.
into our pause of Kiki because we're ready to go. And let's get into these stories.
Okay.
These truths and lies.
Okay.
Before we begin,
Yes.
Let's get into it before.
but actually stop. Wait. Do you feel that you are a good liar?
You know what? I'm gonna say no
Oh.
because I'll
Is
say
this a
this.
lie?
I don't know.
Mm.
I am annoyingly dedicated to people understanding me, and I feel like in order to be a good liar, you have to like gamble with people maybe not understanding like who you are
Mhm. Yes.
because you're lying.
Yeah.
And it makes me a bad liar. I think like any friend of mine will be like, your face betrays it all. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Like I can do a white lie.
Yeah.
As long as there's an element of truth to it.
Mhm.
And it's not like I'm a goody two shoes. I'm happy to lie. I'm just
Mhm.
like not good at it because I'm like, I kind of need you to know that I am lying.
okay.
You want the cred.
No, I
Yeah.
just sort of like,
Maybe you should know the truth.
yeah.
It's a lie, but here's the truth. Maybe a little.
Yeah,
truth.
yeah. Like again, this is like a stupid example, but it's like if someone was like, "Do you like this shirt on me?" I'd be like, "It's not my favorite.
Do you like this shirt on me?
It's not my favorite."
That was true.
You know,
Yeah.
I won't be the type of person who's just like, "Of course," because you
Yeah.
like it. Like I
Yeah.
just don't have that in me.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So someone gets you a gift on Christmas, you
So
don't
you're
like
not
it.
like a white liar.
If someone this has happened before, if someone gives me a gift and I don't like it, I'll just be like, "Oh my god, thank you, this is amazing," but then I won't pretend to use it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. You want to make them. They did purchase this gift for you, so you're thankful.
So nice, yeah.
Yes.
Love the gesture, hate
Yeah.
the thing.
But not.
You know?
And then you could thank them authentically, but thank you, this was so sweet of you to think of me.
Yes.
And then
A month free of an Ian Discord pass? Wow.
Yeah. But
10% off.
especially, that's a really good example because I have such like specific taste, I feel.
Mhm.
And then when people get me things, don't stop getting me things. But when people get me things that are just like not my taste, I'm like, I won't even try and find a function for this.
Mm.
I don't know what I'll do with the thing, but like I certainly won't use it or wear it or, you know.
I certainly won't wear it.
Certainly
You know?
not wearing it. I love a good gift card. I know people tout like, oh, gift cards are so. Give me a gift card. Give me cash.
100% happiness.
100%
Unless
of
you
the
lose
time,
it.
you've gotten me the right thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like an activity.
Ooh.
Because then you can't, if it's with your friend, you're like, that's the best.
Yeah.
Can't not like that.
You guys want to go motorcycle riding? You both have tattoos.
Yeah.
You're not letting this go.
No, it's
You're
coming.
gonna
I'm
keep
fucking
going
gonna-
until we have a big laugh.
It'll.
He's beating this dead horse.
Did you ever used to watch Mr. Show?
I actually have. I've seen the sketch of David Cross auditioning,
Oh.
but I haven't seen. No. Oh, it's like an audition sketch. He's not auditioning for the show.
I understand.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you see, look, there's an example of you being like, I understand, like making it clear
Interesting.
that I understand you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a sketch, it's called Mount Everest, and guy's telling a story about climbing Mount Everest, and he keeps falling back and hitting a shelf full of items. And then he's like, I'm so sorry, and they clean it up, and he starts telling the story again. And it happens so many times. It happens probably like 8 or 9 times, and it's like in quicker and quicker succession to the point where you're not laughing in the middle
Right.
because you're just like, oh my God, this is actually kind of an annoying bit. But then
It
it
wins
comes
you
back
back.
aguys And I think that's what's happening right now.
You guys are
Okay.
into this
All right.
motorcycle.
The motorcycle thing.
He's winning you over.
telling you.
Okay.
It's not there yet.
It's okay, but it
It's
might
an hour-long
happen.
show, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been roped into too many of these long-lasting jokes,
Look,
so we'll see.
You have no obligation. And neither do I because I don't like to lie. So.
I thought you were gonna say because I don't like him.
I don't like him.
She can't lie.
I don't like him.
You're like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Does he?
He couldn't lie, right?
He
Honest
couldn't lie.
Abe.
He couldn't. He couldn't, or what?
That's what they said.
Right.
We don't believe this one thing about a guy who's been dead 200 years.
We'll see.
That's how hard it is to be good at anything.
Dig up his old tweets. I'm sure we could get one for
Yeah.
something.
We can find something.
Yeah. Anyway, to answer your question, no.
Circling back.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see how this goes.
I'm like, what was my exact question again?
Are you? Do I think I'm a good
Okay.
liar?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would say you could probably corroborate that.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing that. We'll be getting some
Yeah, you
cutting in
should
some
ask.
interviews with friends.
Bring him in. That's why there's the extra seat.
All right then.
Okay, shall we?
Yes, let's begin.
Oh God, I'm so scared. I'm like, which one do I start with?
Mm.
Okay. I'll start with this one. So my friend had asked me, she was working on a movie
Mhm.
in LA, and she's just like, she was a
Fancy.
producer,
Ooh.
and she was like, hey, do you and our other friend, she's like, do you guys want to come help for a day? Couple hours. We were already going to LA, and it was like, help us for a day in 3 days or something like that. No problem. She's like, it's, you know,
She didn't specify the kind of help, just said help.
yeah, she was just kind of like, because, you know, there is a protocol.
Okay. Yeah.
And she was just kind of like, we just need an extra few hands.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. And so we're
Gotcha.
just like, great. And she's like, it's on, I feel like I have to say whose movie it was on because this is the crux of the story. But anyway, she's like, it's on Viggo Mortensen's new film. Like, we're
Ooh.
shooting on the beach. Like, we're trying to grab a couple shots. Can you come
Whoa.
help? No problem. And she's basically like, you're not going to be on camera. Because,
Okay.
like, you know.
Mm.
Okay.
And so we're like, okay, great. So me and this other friend, we go to the beach and we're waiting to see a film crew.
Mhm.
And there's nothing. We're so confused. And then all of a sudden, kind of like in the distance, we do see like one guy with a camera, but it's LA. It's like, this could be anything. It's also LA like 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we go towards that guy, and it turned out to be the guy. And my friend was there.
The
'cause she
Viggo?
was-
Is it the Viggo?
Well, Viggo wasn't there quite yet.
Viggo's
Okay.
filming his own
I
feature.
was just gonna say, I'm like,
Well,
Viggo's there.
here's
on
the
his-
thing. So it's like I meet our friend she was a producer on it, and she is like, okay, so this is another producer, and he was there with like his family,
Mm.
and this is our lead guy, and
Mhm.
just, you know, this gentleman.
Mhm.
And then she's like, and this is Viggo, and Viggo just like walks up, like shorts, like bare feet, t-shirt beside his DP, and he's just like, hey. And me and my other friend are like, oh, like you literally meant like you're just trying to grab shots. So
Oh
we're
my
like, oh,
gosh.
that's cool. And
You
so
met Viggo though.
yeah. And so she's just
I love
like,
him.
okay, like
My mom would die.
you won't really be on camera and like don't talk about being actors or anything. And we're just like, yeah,
Right.
yeah, of course.
Of course.
And so we're just like, oh, we'll probably just like help lugging things around. Like, I don't know what
You're the
we're
boom
doing.
operator for the day.
yeah. And then Viggo's like, okay. Because also he thinks we're random. He's like, oh, that's just like this producer's friend.
Right.
Right. And so he's just like, okay, so what we're going to have you do is you guys are going to sit there and you won't see anything, especially from top up. And you're just going to like walk down to I'm going to call action and you're going to walk down to the edge of the water behind this lead.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to shoot that. So it's like, I'm shooting this and you will see maybe your feet or something. And we're like, oh, we're being directed by Viggo Mortensen. It was so crazy. And we're like, oh, that's fun.
What?
We're like, okay, that's fun. So, they do a couple takes of that. Like, it's just like a few wides. And then it's like truly a couple shots that I'm sure we're not even really in. It's just like for the lead to like have people around him. And it was just so funny because we're just like, oh, we're like, we have to pretend that we have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I'm going to call action. Do you guys know what that? We're like, no, wait.
Of
what?
Course.
No. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to walk.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Like a real movie.
Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, I know. It's going to be, he was so sweet. He's like, it's going to be so easy. Don't worry. And we're like, okay. So we do it, whatever. It was really cute. He was really sweet. It lasted a couple hours, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then he was just like, did our friend like promise you guys any money? And we're just like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, which is so cool. Yeah. So happy to be there. And he's like, no. And he walks again, barefooted across a parking lot to like one of those little stands, goes to an ATM, takes money out of it, and then comes up to me and my other friend and just sort of in the parking lot, like, palms us each.
Sneaky palm like a tip?
Sneaky palm like $100.
Oh, wow.
And we're just like, this looks like a like a transaction. And then he's just like, I really hope to see you guys again. And we're like, okay, bye.
Thank you.
And so my friend and I go to the bar. We're like, that was crazy. Like, how fun.
Yeah.
And then our other friend, she comes over and she's just like, do you guys want to go to Viggo's house? And we're like, okay. Okay, now picture this. It's April in LA. It's fucking freezing. I'm wearing, picture this, some shorts with like flowers all over them that I like ironed on. A turquoise, like 3/4 length sweater with like a cowboy fringe that was like glued on the front. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were like Sydney Sweeney's second season where she's like trying some stuff.
I looked like more like Haley Lou Richardson in White Lotus where she's wearing like every pattern. And so I also had like a leather hat. This is what I wore to the beach that day. But it was freezing, so I'm like, I gotta buy some pants. But we're on the beach, so it's like I bought bright yellow track pants and put them on top. And I also am wearing Birkenstocks.
Oh my God. To Viggo's house.
Yeah. So she's like, let's go to Viggo's. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I feel sweet right now.
Yeah. And we're also like sandy and gross. You know that like
Yeah.
You want to shower.
Yeah. I'm like, let's go. And so we like go. And again, we have to continue to pretend to not be in the industry.
Yeah.
And so we go and it was just the sweetest guy. He's like, do you guys want a glass of wine? And it's like coming in a coffee mug and like the DP's there and we're watching, we saw some of the dailies and the whole time he's just like, so what do you guys do?
Oh no. Now you're forced into a lie like that.
It's like, I work in theater. Like I just thought it was like, that's the closest thing I can say. And it's not true.
Not
you know? And he was just like a sweet, sweet man. And it took everything I'm not a starstruck kind of girl. I don't know if you guys get starstruck. Do you?
I've definitely been. I've been like,
yeah, there are moments for sure.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just sort
when
of like.
You saw OJ?
I was like, Mr. Juice. I stole that from Dave Chappelle. Anyway. Please continue.
We wouldn't have known.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm proud of you for giving credit.
Yeah,
Credit where
credit was
credit's
due. But he was just so sweet, and I was just like, if I was going to ask him about any movie, it would have been Hidalgo.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah,
Oh, I love.
because he bought that horse.
He buys all the horses. He gets every horse he ever worked.
Did he have the horses at the house?
Oh.
No, that would have been incredible.
Wow, you could meet
The Hidalgo,
The
who is
Hidalgo.
certainly dead by then.
Certainly
But-
not alive.
Yeah, and they were just like, anyway, later. I know. What a cutie little man.
Wow.
I know.
Such a sweet, gentle, lovely soul.
Yeah.
I would love because he was like, being like, oh, you probably don't know. Action is when we start the film and being sweet. When you're at his house, he's like, I know it's a mansion. I actually was in Lord of the Rings.
It actually wasn't. It was like, it wasn't. It was like this cute little, like, he said he bought it in the 90s for his son or something. It was like a really cute little Venice, tiny little.
What was the address?
Wow.
Wow. Oh, in Venice. Okay.
Yeah. Again, this was like a while ago, so I'm sure.
He's probably moved.
Yeah.
So don't go looking for him, Ian Cells. We'll find him when he leaves the premiere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So cute.
So cute.
Wow.
And I'm forgetting that the concept of my own show that this might be a lie because I was just eating that.
As your heart's beginning to
I'm
break
like,
now,
oh
being
my
like,
gosh,
what if?
you met
It's
Viggo
probably-
100% for sure, for certain. Because
100%
you would
real.
never lie to me.
Would never.
Was he wearing the
Can't.
wig from Lord of the Rings?
It's a wig. What wig?
Was that his real hair?
No, it was a wig.
Oh, okay. Woo!
I mean, I don't honestly know because, like, I was listening to an audiobook. You can read the real one, but the audiobook is really interesting because it's really dense with information. It's called Disney Wars,
Oh.
and it's about the succession of Disney after Michael Eisner, before Bob Iger. It's so interesting, especially if you like industry.
That's up my alley because I read the like War for Late Night, and it's kind of like a similar thing of but
It's fascinating. And there's a whole section of like all the studios turning down Peter Jackson and like not wanting Lord of the Rings, and like Harvey Weinstein was really like, this is good.
Oh.
we got our clip.
Yeah, I mean, Harvey Weinstein, bad guy.
That's not making the cut.
Maybe good taste in movies though.
Whoa!
Shit.
Miramax saved
She's
indie-
not
indie
afraid to
filmmaking?
speak the truth.
Yeah. It doesn't absolve him.
No.
And I had some great times at Diddy's parties. I'm just saying.
Oh my
They were fun times.
Yeah, you would.
They were good. Yeah. Wait, you get away with yours and I'm the bad guy? I hate this fucking podcast.
Yeah, you would.
She was pretty specific in the details of what she was wearing. Was that to trick us?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Did you take your shoes off in his house as a good Canadian?
I mean, they were dusty Birkenstocks. Sandy, dusty Birkenstocks.
Which is dirtier feet, though. Yeah, like what do you do in that situation coming from the beach?
Yeah.
I mean,
right?
he was barefoot in
the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
The whole time.
Do you remember the kind of wine he gave you or like the label?
There was a moment where I just sort of blurred out because I was just like, be cool.
Right.
You know?
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. You look insane. So you have to like undercut what you're doing by being cool.
The more you describe this too, he's barefoot walking around giving you wine. I'm like, I think you met Christ. I don't think that was Viggo Mortensen.
This could have been any guy on Venice.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Two things can be
There
true.
you go.
Could be, yeah, it could have been anyone.
Could have been any guy on Venice, honestly.
Was it him at all?
I don't know.
You're starstruck, you're nervous just in front of a homeless guy? My son lets me crash here. I bought in the 90s. He's dead.
Dilapidated building.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're
cool.
like, this is so humble.
Yeah.
It's like the East Village.
Old Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wow. No ego at all.
No ego for Vigo.
No,
Yeah,
whoa!
wow.
Patent that. Get a Discord
Put it on
going
a
for that.
shirt.
Yes.
Print it.
Yeah. So relevant too. Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't have any more questions.
Okay.
Do you?
Do you still have the track pants?
No.
No.
You got
So you
lost.
can't
in the
check.
sea
I
of
wanted to
time.
borrow them. You were right. You were ahead of me.
Yellow
No.
is your color. Okay.
And the movie came out?
Mhm.
And you saw it?
No.
Oh,
you
very
don't
Johnny
wanna-
Depp of you.
No, I'm like, we're not in it. Like,
Right.
you know, it just
The back of your head.
I don't even think they were like all low shots. I genuinely think it was just to have the essence of bodies. I think it was just for vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for ambiance. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Essence of body sounds like a zombie flavored shampoo or something. Cologne.
Essence of bodies.
Oh, someone just got killed on the highway.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, bring it back.
By motorcycle. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Everyone loves it, and they've come around, and that's how we'll remember this day.
We love it now.
Yeah, you better hope that's not true or something.
If someone does die today on a motorcycle,
Yeah.
I can fucking promise you someone's dying today on a motorcycle.
Oh my God, Ian.
It's so dangerous. There's a million motorcycles.
That's a nega Kiki.
I'm now the nega Kiki.
Yeah.
Mega Kiki.
Nega Kiki. Nega Kiki.
Oh yeah, shark bait.
Oh.
Ooh ha ha.
Ooh, ha, ha. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
The lead in that movie bought the shark after the film.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was beautiful.
And who is the lead in that movie?
Tupac.
Yeah, name one of the most beloved films of all time. Can't name a single voice actor other than Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow.
Neither can I, honestly.
Wow. That makes me the bad guy? Who got the most money for that thing?
And wait. No. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. You know that song, I'm an soul.
Mm-hmm.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know that song.
You guys know it.
Sing more of it.
Literally goes, I'm an soul. No?
Sorry, one more time?
I'm gonna be in the middle of my other story and just going,
Have a That's
Yeah.
So Raven moment.
yes,
It's
exactly.
this.
No, you guys know who I'm talking about.
Finding Nemo.
No, he was also on that show, The Moodies.
Oh, I do now know. Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary is one of the fish.
Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah.
And
He's the hot fish.
Willem Dafoe. Voices. No.
Does look like
Oh,
Dennis Leary.
wait.
Voice.
No, Dennis Leary's in Ice Age. I'm so sorry.
Sid the Sloth.
Yeah. No. He's the saber-toothed tiger.
No, that's Charlie Sheen.
No, wait. Wait, all of this is wrong. That is correct. What? Charlie Sheen's the
Yes, Charlie Sheen is the saber-toothed tiger.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
That's
is.
Dennis Leary.
No, it's not. I swear on my life.
Someone get their damn
Peter, can you look it up? And put on the screen above our heads.
Oh
and
my
look-
gosh. I swear that. Yes. No. Maybe? Am I wrong?
I think you might be wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Willem Dafoe is the fish that I'm
Willem
thinking
Dafoe is
of.
the
Dennis
fish.
Leary is the saber-toothed tiger. And Charlie Sheen is in Ice Age, but I think Ice Age 2.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Potentially.
I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody check. Oh my God. My sister, who loves Disney Pixar,
Is screaming right now?
Screaming. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of The Last Samurai.
Oh my god.
No, you're not.
I like me.
I don't know. Are you sure Charlie Sheen isn't the main saber-toothed tiger?
No.
Really? Fuck.
It's Dennis Leary.
Damn.
They have the same.
I better not be getting
Essence of, like-
gaslit by right now.
No, we used to have an iPad, which was really handy. 'cause
Yeah,
we would
right.
check things in real time.
I know we can't even
Can't
hate
even
Siri.
Can't even look at-
pause.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So no more questions on that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you guys you're satiated.
I love listening to stories. Honestly, asking questions, I'm like, just get into the next story. I
I
love
do love
listening
a
to
good
stories.
story. Like if someone's
Love a
telling
good
a good story, I'm in. Which I think
Yeah.
the format of this is great because like a lot of people do steal stories. This is not my
Yes.
story. I'm going to tell a little half story.
Ooh.
But once I told this girl a story that happened to me, like days before, maybe like 2 days before.
Yeah.
And then she told the story at a party in front of me as if it happened to her. And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, but I will never call somebody out. for
You didn't
that.
call her? You didn't say anything?
I told all of my friends afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
I was
she was
like, there
that
I
story
was
is mine, by the way.
At Viggo Mortensen's house, dressed
Wow.
like
But
an idiot.
But kind of, yeah. I was just
yeah.
like, okay.
Whoa, there.
It's because I told it in a fun way, and then she was just like, "I'm gonna use it," but she
Yeah.
like forgot that I was standing right there.
Yeah, she forgot who
That's
told her that story.
hilarious. Well, people have false memories of like thinking they went to
Wow.
Disneyland and stuff.
Little Miss Kleptomaniac. What do you
of
call
stories.
liar? What's that called again? Chronic liar.
Oh yeah.
She's
Miss
kleptochronic-
Kleptomaniac is kind of interesting. That's like Miss Cleo.
Kleptomania, chronic liar.
Who just steals?
Chronic
She
liar.
did.
She does
kleptomania.
too.
Yeah. Wonder what
Mm.
happened to Miss Cleo.
Mm.
Anyway, okay, here, let me tell my second one. Okay. So a couple years ago, I was seeing this guy,
Mhm.
and I'm going to tell you the story of how we met.
Mm.
So I was in the park with my friend,
Yeah.
and
Is this a Valentine's Day kind of theme?
oh yes, it is a cute love story. Okay, so I'm in the park with my friend, and we're smoking a little bit. So this whole story
Ooh.
has a little bit of like, and we see this guy like across the park,
Mhm.
also barefooted.
Wow, you love a barefoot man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually really don't. And the funniest thing is like I never want to.
You're like, I can't lie about this.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
like
I really
it.
don't. But anyway, we see him across the way, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this man's attention. I'm like
Mhm.
sitting on the bench, and my friend's like, he's so far away, like he won't be able to see you.
You're like, no, he'll know the vibe.
He'll get it.
He'll
He'll
know.
feel it. And so I just like, do a little.
You do a little positioning.
Yeah. And sure enough, it was like one of those like, and 3, 2, he comes over.
There you go.
We love to see it.
Yes.
And we're like, he's like, what's
the plan
up?
is working.
Yeah, the plan was
perfectly.
working. And we're like, just like hanging out. It's the
Yeah.
summer's day.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And
Oh
he's
my
like,
goodness, what are you doing?
what are you doing
Oh my
here?
gosh. Hi.
He's like, I'm learning lines for an audition. Oh my God, Katie's an actor. So interesting. What is this for? He's like, will you guys help me?
Oh.
We're like, okay, stranger.
Okay. This has got so cringy potentially.
Yeah.
Barefooted stranger asking you for help.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do. It's like not very good. Again, like a little high.
Yeah.
It's like I can't. I love karaoke, but I can't do it when I'm drunk. I'm so bad at it. But maybe it's more fun when you're bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I think so.
Hard to learn lines when you're a little bit high too.
Yeah.
Whatever. So we're just trying to help him out. And my friend was like, "Oh my God, remember when because we were friends from back in the day."
Mhm.
She was like, "Remember when we saw that production of Hamlet when we were in high school or whatever?" And I was just like, "Yeah, who cares?" Okay, put that in your brain.
Okay, we're storing it.
So me and this guy exchange numbers, and we start talking, and we start seeing each other. It's great.
Aw.
Now I'm at home, and I was like, yeah, that production of Hamlet. So like go into my little like memory box.
Ooh.
One of those.
Yeah.
And I like go through, I'm like, I feel like I have the program somewhere. And I open the program, and it's him.
Hamlet himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
He played Hamlet?
Yeah.
What?
And not only that, I like drew a heart around it.
Wow.
When I was like 12 or whatever.
Your manifestation powers are insane.
But I didn't even remember.
Doesn't matter. You put it out there into the universe.
And then
That wasn't a
crazier.
program, that was a vision board.
It was
That
a
was a
freaking vision
That was a
board.
love spell.
Yeah. Now we're seeing each
Wow.
other for like a few weeks, and we're together. And my other friend texts me, and she's like, "I'm watching this show, and I feel like you and this guy would be so cute together." And sends me a photo of this man.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I was like, "Well, we're sitting beside each other."
Funny you say
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah,
What?
I know. That's
crazy.
the end of the story.
That's the end of the story.
What
No,
movie was it? So I can guess who this actor is.
Well, if I say it, then
It's gonna give it away a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll know at the end. You can tell us at the end.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some powerful magic.
It was Dennis
I know.
put out
Leary.
there.
Just so many different little points of
Charlie Sheen?
like,
Yeah, like that's crazy.
I
That's
know.
like if
Wow.
if you had told this story before they were making that documentary, The Secret, they would be like, "Can we put that in?"
yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Have you ever seen? There's this photo of like this girl at Disney World, and then in the back is her husband of like now.
Yes, I did see
Yes,
that.
or something like that. But she's a child, and he's there in the back, and
Sometimes-
like this is that. Like
Yeah.
wow, like
Yeah.
how did you guys cross paths? And
Yeah.
like your friend like just being like having psychic powers for some reason.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Was that in the Disney Wars? That part?
Yes.
They mentioned that.
Absolutely. Yeah, they did.
And
It was
I
crazy
love
that they
Hamlet.
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. We appreciate the call out. And
I
Disney
think like
World.
I know I've said this to you before, and I'm like a pretty cynical scientific dude. I think you've got like a little psychic ESP thing going.
Oh.
correctly guessed which team would win in football a couple times, and now he's like thinking that I'm.
She's like the
That's bankable.
go for. I know. I'm trying to make. I remember I'm the white guy with the corporation. I'm trying to
You
make
can't
money.
make me nervous, otherwise my powers don't work.
That makes
makes
sense.
me. Then
Yeah, it's
when
true.
it works, he's like, "Who's gonna win next?" And I'm like,
No, I don't want to. Yeah.
The clouds. I don't know who's even a team. I don't know who the fuck is
The
playing.
clouds.
The clouds.
The airplanes. Somebody.
Yeah, the Idaho clouds.
Yeah.
Or I'll
They
be
always
singing
win.
a song,
Yeah.
and I'll come home, and then she's singing the same song.
I don't know
Get
about
this,
that
it's a
one.
Lizzo song.
I don't know if that one is true because sometimes I think I might hear you singing the song in the other room.
That's what you think because you don't think you're a psychic. But I'm like, I
I
wasn't
don't
at
know.
home.
I feel like I might hear him, to be honest.
That's so funny.
But maybe
I'm just singing so loudly with noise canceling headphones.
yeah,
knowing
I'm
she's
like, I
home.
feel like that's it.
Or you guys share a Spotify and you could just see
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
exactly.
No, I'm
kidding.
convinced she's a psychic.
Well,
Thank you.
I like that you are convinced because most of the time people are not convinced. So
Yeah, and
this
I'm not
is-
convinced about anything else.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, as a
But maybe your
non-believer,
friend,
yeah.
was it a different friend that...
Yeah, two separate friends.
Mm.
Wow.
I know, that's what's crazy.
Wow, your friends are clairvoyant and you're a love witch.
Or
Mm.
you're a fucking liar.
Either one.
Okay.
I always just like to bring it
Wow.
back, just to see if I
Yeah.
can...
Hmm,
You can
read
go
it.
either way. Are you guys going to hold up one of these?
Oh yeah. So these signs are. So you have two, and you can hold up.
I
which
see.
when you do your reveal, and then when we're guessing, we'll be like this.
Okay,
Yes,
cute.
Yes.
Cute.
It's a little interactive.
I
Little
love it.
interaction.
Yeah.
For the people watching. Okay. Let me
Are you
think of
still
some-
together?
Yes. Are you still together?
I can't.
So you can't say. Okay.
Yeah, I
Gonna
feel
give it
like
away?
I have to
Right.
make it a little hard.
Okay, okay.
You know?
Okay, interesting. You're pleading the fifth on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. When he came over, I don't know if this is like to test if it's a lie. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
And you were doing the lines where you like kind of regretting at one point that you're like, I regret using.
Oh,
my
you're one of
powers."
those. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I've used my
Gross.
powers for evil.
Yeah.
I'm actually an actor. These are lines. We call them sides.
yeah.
Wow.
Just Viggo Mortensen.
Just
I'm gonna
as
say
he hands you the
action.
sides, there's a $100 bill in his hand too.
Thank you.
Wow.
Whoa.
When Vigo checked the ATM,
Yeah.
did he look at the balance and go,
I don't even think he looked. He was like, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop.
I'm fine to withdraw $200?
Yeah.
Can I reveal something to you two before we guess the story?
Yeah.
Is it something about a motorcycle?
It's something I'm that would be fucking hilarious. I wish. I don't know Vigo's last name, and I'm self-conscious that people listening have heard
Mortensen.
Mortensen.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was gonna say Mortson.
I've been saying Morgensen, and then I've kind of been slurring it a bit. Just
I don't read
Mortensen.
names.
It's
properly. I
Mortensen.
just kind of like I see like just like a blurb, and I'm like, that's and then I just like guess, and I'm like,
Were you
yeah.
a Hermione girl?
I
Maybe.
was reading it. Yeah, that's exactly how I pronounced it.
Okay.
And
I didn't attempt until I heard it for the first time.
Yeah.
You would just skip
See.
over the word.
No, I just like, I must have. Yeah, that's a great thing. Like,
Yeah.
what was I thinking in my brain? But like, I don't remember voicing it
Mm.
until I heard someone say it,
Yeah,
and it was
Yeah.
the right way. Hermione.
I don't know. I read a lot of romance fantasy, and like I'm not gonna spend my time trying to figure out every single word that they throw at me. Sometimes you just gotta gloss over.
Do you imagine
Yeah.
every single lead looking like Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah.
I butcher
Even
both names.
Hermione.
Vito Muhuti.
Exactly. They're all Viggo Mahonen.
Yeah, great.
I love him.
That would be a crazy
Hmm.
twist though if it was Vigo in both stories.
Oh
Oh.
my god!
It's not.
Yeah.
Woo! Imagine.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
like,
feel like we
I'm
would
currently
know.
dating Viggo Mortensen.
We live in that house. Both stories were true, and I'm very rich.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Rides off on Hidalgo.
On a motorcycle?
On a
Yeah.
motorcycle,
Woo,
falls
yeah.
off, loses all her tattoos. And we're back.
Okay. Oh, I want them both to be true. I want both the lies to be okay. I don't know.
I think
Do you have a choice? I'll let you
I
go
think
first.
I'm going
'cause
with my
actually-
gut.
Okay,
Call me a
yeah.
probiotic because I'm going with my fucking gut.
Yeah.
I think. You want me to say it out loud? My
The
logic behind this.
probiotic. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm making my official guesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think because the second story is so crazy that one would not want to believe it, that it's the true
Oh,
one.
and he believes in
Okay.
love.
And I think the other one happened to a friend of hers.
Okay.
Oh.
The stolen story, numero uno.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like to be interesting, I should like disagree with you.
At the time, though, I totally thought that was the true story. The first one, as she was
totally
telling me, so I don't know.
forgot, like sometimes I forget we're on this show, and I just think like people are like our
I'm
friends
just
are
telling
here,
stories.
like that we're just having a pause of Kiki, and you guys are like just like telling me a thing that happened to you.
Oh, bye. The thing with both stories is that like they're both true.
But
you're trying to guess
But one's stolen, which one happened to you,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's
which
the
one?
shitty part.
Yeah, like which one is you just like that girl kleptoing a story? Okay, I want for the sake of Valentine's Day coming up, and like I just want to be a believer in love and magic. So don't ruin my. Don't break my heart here.
Okay.
I'm believing in the second story being true, and the first story is stolen.
Okay, so you guys
Should
are the same.
Oh, what's so crazy is but I also think the reverse. I also think maybe the first story is true and the second one has happened to her friend. I'm like doing an audible. You don't like this look. Ooh, this look is maybe a look of like I was about to get away with winning this show, and now you're sad.
Wait.
It's
Don't reveal yet. Wait.
We have never had a back and forth like this. I think this is the first time where we've like audible where I'm like, wait. I honestly don't know. Use your psychic powers.
Okay, I've changed my answer.
You
I
have
think
too?
You're the psychic friend. I think you're the psychic friend, and you sent something to somebody, and you did actually beat Viggo. Maybe I'm just a fangirl now. All right, first is true.
Yeah.
Second is stolen.
No, I'm with you. I'm going with Miss Cleopatra. Is Frank Ocean here?
What?
Cleopatra. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
see, I
dun.
wasn't complete.
Okay.
Thank God. I was like, oh, the karaoke. I already blew the MIA.
Okay. That's the final. If those watching, those listening, take your guesses now. Speak them into the universe. Cast your own spell. Maybe tell them to your friends, family, if they're not listening, that's fine. Or write it in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. And now for the big reveal. Don't forget your signs. I should probably say.
Wait.
Should it say stolen and not liar? Whatever. It's fine. Too late.
Wait, and hold on. Is like one hand one thing?
Yeah.
You can add your own flair to it, whatever feels good.
Yeah, whatever you want to do for your
right now,
own
you're holding
flair.
it like an air traffic controller in a lot of ways. You're like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, big reveal.
The first one is true, and the second one is not my story.
What?
And the second one, can I tell you whose story it is?
Please.
You'll laugh, and I'm surprised that you actually didn't figure it out because it is David Real's story.
What? Real was the actor in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's how he met his current
wow.
girlfriend.
That's how he met Hillary? Wait,
Yeah.
I'm going to give him.
No.
And fans of the show, Real did an episode. David Real, you can watch his episode as well.
Would
Listen
be
to his
walking
episode.
around barefoot in a park doing an audition.
Yeah,
I'm never
of course
forgiving
it's
him for coming up to strangers and being like, hey, can you.
No, I mean, Hillary, like,
She
I
manifested
think they'd
him?
be okay telling me telling this story. She like, yeah, she's told this story at parties many a time.
Okay.
And I've heard it a bunch, which I love, and I've heard it from both perspectives, which I also love.
Amazing.
And so I told it from her perspective instead of David's. And she coaxed him over.
Of course.
And then it was Romeo and Juliet instead of Hamlet.
Oh, interesting.
And she literally wrote in her thing, like, I think Romeo is so cute. Like, I love Romeo. And it was David Real.
Wow.
And then later she was with him and her friend was watching Suits and took a photo of it
Wow.
and sent it.
Oh
and she's
my
like, I'm with
gosh.
him.
Oh,
Isn't that so cute? And I was like worried for a moment. I'm like, you've heard
But
this
you were
story.
the friend. Oh, I thought maybe you were the psychic friend.
No.
Oh, okay.
I've only heard the story.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know.
David, why didn't you tell that story?
You know what's crazy?
I thought he was gonna.
David told a Hillary story. Hillary, we got to have Hillary on
I've
the
heard-
show.
and
Yeah,
I've
let's
heard-
have Hillary.
I've
Two of her
heard that
stories-
Stephen Harper story before.
You have.
I've seen the emails.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. When he was telling that story, I'm like, oh, amazing. But you know what's weird is that I thought that was his true story because it happened to Hillary.
Oh,
and so I'm just
you-
like, that's his story. But
he was doing what your friend did to you and stole your story in front of you.
Yeah.
You thought David was maybe, you
Doing
couldn't remember
that.
who was, yeah.
yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful beautiful.
So we were right. I was right. You were
story.
right.
And she fell in love with Romeo.
So cute, especially because it's Romeo.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
way
it.
better.
I know it is a good story, but yeah, I
You
looked
really
that
did make me
insane while meeting Viggo Mortensen.
That's hilarious. And
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
the world you deserve. At the end of the day. It's a happy ending for everybody this day.
Yeah, all dusty and stuff. It was great.
But he was dusty too. I'm sure he appreciates the vibe.
Yeah,
I think he would have. Vigo seems like the kind of guy who's like would have liked that better. You know?
Yeah, he was also just like, these are two random girls.
Yeah, well,
Like
bro.
he didn't pay us any in a good way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
because he's just like, this is this person's friends.
Yeah, like these are so and so's friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you had to be forced to lie to him. I'm in theater.
I don't know. I mean, I am.
yeah.
I'm like
they just film it.
Yeah. I mean, I do theater,
It's just
but it was just one of those things where we're just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But even if did they not say action in theater? No.
No.
Oh fuck. Okay.
No.
All right.
the play
The play just starts
the
when it
curtains go down
starts.
here. Action!
I don't know. I meant like in rehearsal.
Oh. No.
Kind of maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Not action. They're just like, you just start from the
whenever you're ready.
From the top.
Whenever
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They say
They say fucking go for it. What are you waiting for?
God,
Nadine?
project.
Yeah.
if
I don't
it's
know,
in
just
England,
imagine.
if the play's in England.
Yeah.
They say that's a flat.
Oh! That's our show. She beat me to it. Where can the people follow you, find you, support you?
Near Broadview. I'm just kidding. Oh fuck.
Oh no, the Ian cells.
At Nadine Bubs, NADINE BHABS, because my last name is Bhabha. But don't come looking for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't search her out. Okay.
Yeah, you can find me on the internet. Don't find me in real life.
Yeah.
That's a good advice.
Yeah. For sure.
And
You
a
can
show
probably find her at any coffee shop in
that is so true. If you're at a coffee shop, I'm also there.
Yeah.
Look behind you. Give me a wave.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I write on a show called Children Ruin Everything, and it is on CTV Wednesdays at
Oh my
I
gosh.
want to say that's the time. And then the next day on Crave.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming
having
on
me.
The show, of
So
course.
fun.
You were a wonderful guest.
Thank you.
And you even did a beautiful little Valentine's Day themed story. That was perfect.
I love it.
This has all been very clandestine, and I've loved Kikiing with you. I'm
Pazza
bringing
Kiki.
that back. The corporations can't take this one from us.
I love it.
Okay,
No. Puzza Kiki. Bring back the word Kiki.
we're bringing it back.
Fuzz- 2 weeks later, it's like Tim Hortons presents the
Yeah.
Fuzzy Kiki sandwich.
They would.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Steele My Story. We'll see you next week. Bye.